So what are two Singapore stocks, right, which you can put in your watch list, but I feel that the uptrend might still potentially continue and we might see a bit more upside in the next couple of days or next 1 to 2 weeks. Hey guys, Joey here, top tier remisier in Phillip Securities and chief trainer at Trading Impossible. Right, so over the past couple of months, we had two new stocks came into my watch list, and there were some good bullish signals coming in from my system. We'll kind of like dive into the system to see what it says before we dive into the charts for each of them. So if you want to know what these two stocks are, do stick around all the way to the end of this video, and I'll share with you these two stocks, and also more importantly, what are some of the levels whereby you could kind of like position your entry and why these two stocks are still good and they're still in my watch list for more upside. So very quickly, before we dive into the charts and the system to see what it says, let me just show you what these two stocks are and what they are doing. Right? So the first one would be Boustead, right? Bousted, Boustead, and the second one would be Union Gas, right? So what is Boustead doing? Very quickly, let me just show you. So this is Boustead, and it's pretty much an engineering and construction stock, and they're doing like energy related engineering, real estate solutions, geospatial technology and all that. So water and wastewater engineering kind of a company. They do like engineering and constructions, blah blah blah. All right, and yeah, this is pretty much what this company is doing, right, for Boustead. So more like an engineering firm. All right, what about Union Gas? So some of you might have heard of Union Gas before. This is Union Gas, and they are in the retail LPG business. All right, kind of like retail distribution of bottled LPG cylinders and sale of LPG related accessories to domestic household in Singapore. I think this is pretty much the big gas cylinder whereby if you want to cook, you have to use your gas. So I think they kind of like supply those gas cylinders to retail household, right? So this is Union Gas, right? So yes, we are covering these two stocks, Boustead and Union Gas. Let's dive into Boustead first, look at the system first to see what it says, and then we'll dive into the charts, and then we'll move on to Union Gas. Okay, so this is Boustead here, alright, on the 1GT, one good trend system that I have, and that kind of like alerted me to this counter in the first place, and we had a couple of like bullish entry and exit signals of the past few months, right? So somewhere around, I would say October, that's where we had like a really good uptrend starting to form. You can see this bar right up here is a trend bar, and as you can see, it's green in color. So somewhere around October, we got a bullish signal. It was about 70 cents, started to push up to about 80 cents, got another exit, and then a bullish signal coming out, and then started to consolidate here. All right, and let me just zoom it in for you right here around March, right? So 18th of March 2021, another bullish signal, and that's when the move really started again. All right, we're starting to push up all the way from like 90, 92, all the way to that $1, and we were starting to consolidate again, right? And what happens was, over the past 1 to 2 weeks right here, all right, so we got a bullish entry and an exit, and then what happens was on the 20th of May, right? 20th of May, we got like a new bullish, right? It's a green arrow pointing up, so it's like a new bullish signal, and there are no exits, and we kind of like saw a really good break of that resistance at about 105, right? So just remember this 105 resistance on the 20th of May. We got 1GT bullish signal, and there are no exit. So let's take a look at what it says on the charts. I'll do a quick analysis to see what are some of the potential upside targets right now. So this is Boustead here, currently trading at about $1.13, right? So I mentioned, this on the 20th of May, which is right here, we got a new 1GT bullish signal, one good trend bullish signal, and started to push up. You can see we broke that 105, right? So 105, as I mentioned just now, was quite a critical resistance level, since like March. For about 1 month plus, right, we have been trading below that 105, and when we got this signal, we broke this resistance at 105. So this 105 would now be the support level whereby the uptrend can potentially still continue. And in terms of the uptrend, right, look at this, right, in terms of the mid to long term uptrend, we're looking at pretty good decent uptrend. First of all, we can draw this upward sloping channel support line forming since like October, and all this while prices has been holding above this upward sloping green line. This would be a channel support line, we call it. Let me just remove this line, and also from the moving averages, look at this, the red line and the blue line, they are all pointing upwards, right? And that's a very, very gradual uptrend. Of course, in the short term, we see it like consolidate, moving sideways and pushing higher and consolidate again, and that's a good healthy uptrend. But mid to long term wise, prices are still looking favorable. They are still holding above these two red and blue line, and that's where the uptrend can still continue, right? So right now, as I say, 105, right? So we got a new 1GT bullish signal. There are no exits, and 105 would be a new resistance turn support level. So I think just yesterday we kind of like sold down, went towards that 105, and buyers came up and took it back up again. Today we kind of rebounded and we're like about 113, right? 113. So that would be the new support level. The fact that we have been holding above 105 over the past few days, and buyers kind of like came up near there, and today we have also rebounded from 105. 105 would be kind of like a new support level. We can see more upside potentially. The target can be towards that $1.20. So on any dips near that 105 or maybe below that 110, I would say it can be a good opportunity to kind of like get in on dips, to accumulate on dips, to kind of catch the rebound and this upside towards that 120, right? So 120 would be a resistance. We might see a bit of profit taking here, maybe come back down again and then consolidate from like 110 to 120 before attempting to maybe even break that 120 to push higher to like 130 to 135. That would be the next upside potential targets. And yes, we'll probably see if the exit signal will come out near 120 or 130, and you can also use that as a guide to kind of exit as well. So this is Boustead here, one of the two stocks I'll share with you whereby we had some really good signals coming out and the uptrend looks intact, and you might want to put them in your watch list as well. So guys, if you like this video and found it useful, be sure to give me an early thumbs up or a like. It will definitely help out the channel, and thank you so much for doing this, right? So let's go ahead to take a look at the second stock I share with you whereby I feel there could potentially be a bit more upside, and you can start to look at it to position yourself as well, right? So this is Union Gas right here on my 1GT, my one good trend system, and we did had a couple of like bullish signals over the past few months since like October, November. I'll not go too far, but you can see somewhere around like September we did have like a bullish signal, started to push up and exit, entry, exit, started to consolidate, and just most recently somewhere on the February, let me just zoom it in for you right here, on the 9th of Feb, we got a really good bullish signal coming in, and it kind of broke that 56, 55 level, started to push up from that 55 all the way to 72, started to consolidate, another new bullish signal, prices push up a bit more, and this is where we are right now, all right, on the 17th of May, all right, just about last week, 17th of May 2021, all right, we got a new bullish signal, all right, and that's a really good bullish signal. I think we were kind of like consolidating below that 85, 86 cents. Later I'll look at the charts, but we were pretty much consolidating below this level, and we kind of broke this resistance level, right? So a bullish signal with no exits, and over the past few days it seems like this bullish signal is starting to play out. So let's take a look at where we could potentially head to right now as I dive into the charts of Union Gas. Okay, so this is Union Gas on the charts live, all right, and we are currently trading at about 0.875 right here. So I just mentioned, about 17th of May, probably somewhere around here, right, we did have like a bullish signal and there are no exits, and then we kind of broke this resistance I talked about at about 0.85, right, that 85 cents level. And why is this level critical? Look at this, right? Since like March or April, somewhere around April, we were pretty much consolidating from that 76 level. Look at this right here, about 76, 77 to that 85 cents. So it's like up, down, and look at this green line, which would be the 20 days moving average, was like moving sideways. So a bit of consolidation sideways from that 77 to that 85. But 85 would be a really critical resistance. Each time it goes there, sellers came back and pushed prices back down. You can see went down, came up, went down, came up, and this was like a bit of a consolidation. So that was like a consolidation move right here, about a 8% upside rebound. All right, but more importantly, as I say, once we got the signal somewhere around here, we broke this 85 cents level, right? And when we break this 85 cents level, we can see that this trend, all right, we're looking at a really good decent uptrend for Union Gas in terms of the moving averages. They're all pointing up. Prices has been holding quite firmly above the mid to long term moving average, and short term wise, we broke this 85 cents. So this 85 cents level would now become the support level. Let me just turn this line to green in color. So from red I turn it to green. This 85 cents level, over the past 3 days we are still holding above 85 cents, so it would be a good support level for the uptrend to continue further. So what about the upside targets? Where can we potentially head to? All right, so I think one would like to draw this resistance level, and that would be about that level. $1 would be a psychological resistance level. We can potentially head towards that 95 to maybe that $1 level. So $1 is where I would say that there would probably be quite a bit of profit taking coming in near there. Anything from like 95 to $1, I think that's where sellers or anybody who have got in all this while here, people might want to take some profit. So I think if it hits to that 95 to $1, it could be also a good opportunity to kind of get out, take some money, or kind of like protect your profits. Make sure it prices to the kind of like reverse back down, you still make money and you still get out, right? So this is Union Gas right here. We got like a bullish signal. All right, right now there are no exits and we are still holding above the 85. So that would be the upside potential targets that we can hit to, all right, as long as we stay above this 85 cents new support level. Okay guys, so we have pretty much covered two stocks and I hope you have taken note of these two stocks, which is like Boustead and Union Gas. So we have like kind of dive into the system to see what it says, and also we dive into the charts to see what are some of the levels and the potential upside targets that we can look at to take some profit or to get out as well. So I hope you like this video. If you have, go ahead to give me a like and of course subscribe to this channel as well if you have not yet done so, so you will not miss out on any new videos like this. So thank you so much for watching. Joey here. If you want to find a bit more on how to get access to this system, the 1GT system that I talk about, and also the framework behind the system, how do we actually know when to get in and when to get out, you can probably attend one of those free web classes. I'll probably put the link around this video. Go ahead to click on the link, register, enter your name and email, and I'll see you soon at one of those free web classes, right? So Joey here. Thank you so much for watching. Take care.